Hello and welcome, and as the title states, welcome to Derek's World. This video will not be a technical analysis one, although if you look at the chart, this is what the daily shows for Bitcoin. 400 minute, hey, maybe it might start getting going again. Single hour time frame, she's looking pretty good. And on the long term, it's been a great uprise within the crypto space. But I'm not going to be talking about analysis amongst crypto charts. But when I make these videos, you're basically entering into my world. For I grew up in a day of public access television, but I never ever once watched public access. The only form of public access I might have watched was Wayne's World, but that was via a Saturday Night Live skit, and then following that, a movie. 2 movies, actually. But I didn't do the public access. You had to pay for it. It was I didn't even know where to go and do it back in my local area. It wasn't available on our, I think it was Channel 10. Most people had. In our case, it was Channel 10, local TV station for your small town. But no, that's just throwing that aside. If I could have done public access and it was free, it was easy to do, there's a good chance I'd probably put out quite a bit of stuff. And well, this is exactly the same thing. I could put out whatever I want. People are actually going to watch it. And if you would have told me when I was a kid, when things like Wayne's World was on Saturday Night Live, if I could get several hundred people actually watch my stuff consistently over and over again, I'd be pretty amazed. And well, it's Derek's World. It's Derek's World. It's crypto time. My portfolio's excellent. It's Derek's World. Derek's World. It's crypto time. It's excellent. Markets go mental after a McAfee tweet. Major profits is what I want to see. I'm in the basement playing with my charts. Oh, if you don't like it, you're a sphincter boy. It's Derek's World. Derek's World. It's crypto time. Oh, it's excellent. Some say crypto's in a deadly rut. Sure, right, monkeys fly out of my butt. The right for free money is a battle we have fought, so I will surrender back to fiat. Not. It's Derek's World. It's Derek's World. And that's a parody to the theme song of Wayne's World, which was on Saturday Night Live, and a movie for some of my favorite movies of all time, Wayne's World. And it had a sequel, not so good, but that was a tremendously great movie. 4 of them, I could say easily. I'd be trying to figure out a top 1. So they, I guess, would all be top 5s. Wayne's World, and then Short Circuit was one that I loved as well. Another one, and that had a sequel, not so good. Major League, a baseball movie, another terrible sequel. And all 3 of these movies were great, but the second one, The Spy Who Shagged Me on Austin Powers, magnificent. There has not been another movie that has come close to those 4 that I've mentioned, and Wayne's World might be at number 1. It's interesting because probably at 1 and 2 might be that and International Man of Mystery. So if I were to say best actor of all time, at least within my lifetime, it would be Mike Myers. But again, that's not what this is about. We're in a time frame now where I have lived decades, so many years, where fiat currency was the way of life, and that's what you get paid. That's what you pay to buy everything it is within this world. And really, when you look at your whole lifespan and everyone around you and the inner circle of everybody, a lot has been focused on such, thus it's a needed form of survival. And to have been betrayed, which I have truly felt such from, just the banking system, of course, living in the 80s, the entire amount of the 90s, and most of the years in the first decade of the new millennium, up until late 2007, to not know how this system was really designed to do exactly what it's doing, which very evil, basically. That's that of the debt-based monetary system. So that's why I like to hold cryptocurrencies and that of the physical silver. The enjoyment I have from trading, and I don't enjoyment, sort of, I guess. It's really hard to find enjoyment in a lot of different things at this stage. So yes, but the availability to do so, especially with frustration on how traditional markets are set for people to trade. And yeah, that's a change in the way life is. The world is obviously changing because, as I've stated before, we were in a time, as the whole time I was talking about, all the 80s, 90s, and pretty much the entire first decade of the 2000s, everybody was unaware of how the system is designed to be pretty much as it is. And a lot of people today still are. Thus, the system is still playing out as it is. More and more people are waking up. But anyway, this is my public access channel. I guess. It's a YouTube channel. But if I was to go to a time machine and talk to people about this, they wouldn't understand what a YouTube video means if I'm talking to someone from 1988. Now, I was thinking about doing... There's more lines to the song that I did. One is about Aurora at the end, and I thought about putting... There's an Aurora coin, and I'll quickly put that up. And I was really thinking about adding to it, saying, oh, this is a coin that you'd want. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with trading it if, A, you know something. Definitely for swing trading, for sure. I mean, obviously, you're going to play the risk of it getting delisted. But it's not something I trade. Not in my world, Derek's world. That would be. So I decided, of course, not to include it. And I found Aurora funny because anyone who lives in the greater Toronto area would have never ever heard of Aurora, Illinois, but probably Aurora, Ontario. So I thought that was always cool. They had a city name for one that was nearby. Sort of like London, Ontario and London, England. But the main slogan was, the right for free money is a battle we have fought, so I will surrender back to fiat. Not. That is really how this world is stated. Now, as I've been looking at this, I might as well do some drawing now. See how good of a trend line I could draw in here. Something like that. It's obviously broken. This is a log scale chart, so I like to me they're more genuine trend lines on such. This is a funny looking chart or trend line on this. Really all this does tell me is that this line, however you draw it, right now would be down to 73. So it's matched up more. It's actually pierced below towards where that must hold area is coming in. And on the short-term level in here, whether this short-term rally we've been having today is good. Well, when we look at this on the shorter term, maybe it'll break it, but it's had a lot of these lower highs. So we could even have a decent rally before failing. It's got a long ways to go to get this thing back into well, it's got to go over 10,000 for this thing is going really, really good. But markets keep moving. That's part of my world, Derek's world, and I'll just keep on playing the markets as they move. But you know what? When you look at it, when it's all said and done, portfolio is excellent, because there's a lot of profitability in this trading game. Also, when you know something like a fiat currency monetary system is as fragile as it is on the long-term time frame, even on the next level before such, whatever you want to name it as, maybe intermediate term, 4 or 5 years, is as fragile as it is, it's probably a decent idea, even just on the hodling sense, just to put some somewhere and even just never look at it at least as one way of a diversified investment portfolio. Of course, going out there and doing different types of trades to increase Bitcoin value, that's what the game is all about. And that's another parody that I like to do. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about control and if you can take it. I am the game, you don't want to play me. I am control, no way you can shake me. And those are, to me, inspirational words that I find pretty cool anyway. But the world's changing. That's why I like to play this game as such. Hold the physical silver. And of course, the right for free money is a battle that we're fighting right now. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.